This divisional round preview and 2013 NFC Championship throwback episode of Old Fashioned Football on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up using promo code OFFSGPN.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam Acho, and you're listening to Old Fashioned Football.
Fashion Football. If you're wondering who you listen to, this is J Mark. You can find me in the X at J Mark Football. And if you're wondering who us is, you should already know. That's at Old Fashioned FB. But before I keep going to talk about this divisional round, to do a little throwback episode again, I got to introduce my co-host on the pod and in life. You can find her in the X at the Mark Mur. How you doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing good. It's we track all our picks, or I do, and the people that pick on Tally Site, right? I was perfect on the money line, and I was perfect against the spread last weekend, and forgot to put my fucking picks on Tally Site. So I apologize if that's where you get your picks from. I know. I felt really bad. Good for the bankroll, bad for the people that were trying to tail. Though we did give them out on the pod, which we'll do again. It's divisional round weekend. Only 8 teams remain.
Yes. And if you were here last week, you'll have noticed we did something a little different for the playoffs, and we're doing it again today.
Yeah.
Justin will, of course, be giving out bets for this weekend's game. And like last week, we've picked another historical playoff game that we're going to be recapping for 2 of the teams matching up again this weekend. And speaking of that, we've got the Bears at home against the Rams. Go Bears.
Go Bears.
That was such an intense ending.
Oh, man, that comeback.
I know.
Comeback kids.
Yes. We've also this weekend have the 49ers who are going to Seattle to face off against the Seahawks. The Bills are traveling to Denver to face the Broncos. And we've also got the Patriots at home against the Texans.
Yeah. So. Absolutely. I want to just say real quick, that Bears game. Whew.
Yes. I had a feeling you were going to have some comments.
Yeah, I do. That Bears game. No. Do I want us to win this weekend? Absolutely. And will I be disappointed if we lose? Absolutely. But not as disappointed as I would have been had we lost to the Packers. Yes.
Yeah. I thought we were going to.
When it was 21-3 at half, we felt pretty miserable. You know me personally, I was very miserable. I was telling you, I can't believe this is happening against the Packers. It was bad, but I'm glad it happened. And from here on out, I mean, aren't we playing with kind of, what do they call it? Playing with house money, because nobody expected the Bears to get this far this season. We've accomplished so much from being the last in our division last year. There's been such a big turnaround culture-wise and team-wise. Like, yeah, it would be great to win, but the season's been awesome. Like, it's hard to feel bad about the season that we've had, right?
I guess, but I want us to go all the way.
I know. I'm really gunning for the NFC Championship game at Soldier Field, 49ers at Chicago. The rematch from week 17, I believe it was, which ended 42-38.
You want that, but I almost don't. We had to go score for score.
I know, but they're going to be coming to the cold. Otherwise, we have to travel to Seattle if it's Seattle.
I guess that's true.
So
that's true.
I'd rather play it in Chicago.
Make them play in very cold.
Yeah, absolutely.
Weather.
Which is going to be this weekend for sure. Shout out to the chat. Go Bears, our favorite son and daughter-in-law, not to mention favorite football analyst. I'm glad you threw that in there, because I do believe maybe you've heard some other football analysts, but I know you don't have another son and daughter-in-law. So, so that one was easy. And then Jamie saying, told you the Bears were going to win.
Yes. So getting us back on track here. You're good.
We talked about the Bears. And
I know.
Okay.
You have to, though. That game was so intense. Just nail biting.
Yeah.
But anyway, last week, we had speaking of the Bears, that huge division rivalry with the Bears against the Packers. And so we covered, I believe it was the last time these two teams faced off against each other in the postseason during it was the 2010 season for the NFC Championship game. So after digging in and looking at these matchups this weekend, we decided to cover another division rivalry, and we're going to be recapping, not going as far back, but pretty far back enough. The 2013 season's NFC Championship game between the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Yeah.
Not as big of a rivalry as the Bears and the Packers, but it's still a division rivalry, and I'm sure that's going to be an intense game.
And I think it's not as big of a rivalry, but I'm sure 49ers and Seahawks fans probably say differently. They don't tend to like each other. And with this recap of the 2013 NFC Championship game, I have a story to tell you how the end result might have been my fault.
It's all your fault.
But we'll get to that.
How can it not be your fault?
we'll get to that. But before we jump into that, what are we drinking today?
Yeah, I haven't even tried my old fashioned yet. We are drinking Barrel Seagrass.
Yeah, it's a very unique old fashioned because it's a very unique whiskey, and
get into all the deets.
Absolutely.
And the review. And so stick around.
Yeah. And shout out to Jamie, who also says that we're his favorite son and daughter-in-law as well. But yeah, we got a lot to get to. Before we do, got to let you know that it's a new year and there's new gear. The SGPN merch store has a bunch of new items for the new year. And right now you can get 10% off everything using promo code 2026. That's promo code 2026. And you can see, if you're on YouTube on the screen, all the great stuff they have, including the Mac to School from our buddy Moneyline Mac, who has been on the show. I'm curious to see what he thinks about the new Commanders stadium that was proposed, I guess, or they released like how it should look. Anyways, no videos this week.
No, because we're in trouble.
Yes, YouTube flagged me for having NFL content in it. So
we've done clips before.
I know.
I
must have
cited
done
it,
too
right?
many.
Did you do too many?
Yeah, I must have done too many. Apologies that the NFL is a fun hater. Go figure. But we're gonna do our best to set the scene here. What kind of led up to this game and everything. We don't need fucking videos. Absolutely. So yeah, without saying more, let's just set the scene of that game.
Yeah. So again, this is the NFC Championship game back from the 2013 season. And going into that game, the 49ers had the NFL's longest active winning streak at 8 games. And they were arguably at the time, the most competitive team. They were known for having a stingy defense, but the offense, it was picking up over the last 5 games, scoring at least 23 points each week and only turning over the ball once.
Which that's impressive given who their quarterback was.
Yes.
We'll get to that.
And at the time they were coached by Jim Harbaugh. They were also really good on the road, going 8-2 between the regular season and playoffs combined. And then looking at the Seahawks, they finished with a better record than the 49ers on the regular season, and they had that amazing home field advantage. They were 16-1 at home since 2012 when they drafted their star quarterback Russell Wilson. Back when he was a stud.
Right.
And then obviously the 49ers quarterback at the time was Colin Kaepernick. And since he had become the 49ers starter in the middle of 2012, these teams had met 3 times, and each time the home team had won, which made it seem as though, like, looking at this matchup, that Seattle would have an advantage there.
Yeah, because much like this coming game, it was in Seattle.
Yes. If this foreshadows anything. In early December, Russell Wilson had been named the MVP candidate with Peyton Manning. However, it kind of started going downhill. They blew out the Saints in week 13. And then after that, Wilson's passer rating was a 31.1. And he was struggling. So he really had a lot to prove.
Yeah, that's not good. And on top of that, he was without wide receiver Percy Harvin, who I wouldn't say is a great receiver, but he was a very speedy guy. And he was also good at kick returns. He had played for the Vikings, always was out. I remember back in the day, he was always out with a migraine. And I thought, what is wrong with this guy? Like, I get it. I wouldn't want to play football with a migraine, but the NFL was not so concussion heavy then. Like they didn't admit all the concussions. I'm wondering if he just had really bad concussion issues that was lingering. So he was going to miss this game because of head injury, a concussion. Golden Tate had been struggling. The offensive line had been struggling. And there were doubts if Russell Wilson could get back to that midseason form when he was considered an MVP candidate. Kaepernick, on the other hand, was the exact opposite. He had been struggling, but then his receiver, Michael Crabtree, had come back from injury, and suddenly 8 consecutive wins, like you had said. And Kaepernick had a 12-2 touchdown to interception ratio, which is kind of surprising that he was doing that well. I'm not a Kaepernick fan. You'll find that out. Anyways, Seattle did have their defense going for them, though. They had the Legion of Boom, they called themselves. So Richard Sherman, Byron Maxwell, first and second among all cornerbacks in opposing passer ratings that season. They also had safety Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas, who were really good. But leading up to this game, Kaepernick was 3-0 on the road in the playoffs, which, let me tell you what, that's more than Joe Montana, who was 1-3 on the road in the playoffs, and Steve Young, who was 0-3 on the road in the playoffs combined, which is crazy because obviously those guys are way better than Kaepernick. But he had done well on the road in the playoffs, and we're gonna kind of get to that game. Shout out to Nick Fortune, the 49er fan. OMG, we were talking about this game.
I'm sure this is burned in his memory.
Right? Just like we did the Bears-Packers one last week that was burned into ours. I know this one is burned into yours. In fact, I have a story about this guy, Mr. Fortune, and this game that I will talk about closer towards the end. Our Mark saying if the Bears continue to play like that, he's going to need to rent a defibrillator. Absolutely. And Jamie saying, wonder what would happen if any of these players get pregnant during the season. That's a possibility these days. Yeah, I don't know what would happen, but I do know what will happen. I do know that you should be checking out Avo. Make more money betting sports with Avo. That's AVO. Avo is the best sports betting tool that helps you make a profit every time you decide to place bets. They do this by spotting arbitrage and plus EV opportunities for you faster than the competitors, and they keep you organized in one place. Now, if you're new to arbitrage betting, you're finding opportunities in the market where you bet both sides to lock in a profit. So one book has it, X amount of money. The next is X amount of odds. And if you bet both of them, you get a profit either way. Avo will point those out for you so you can just go and bet them. They have the cleanest dashboard. It's super easy to understand and use, but they also teach you how to use it with step-by-step video guides in case you do have questions. Just sign up, pick the sportsbook you use, and let Avo tell you how much to bet to guarantee a profit. If you're still unsure, check out their free Discord at Avo Official. That's AVO Official, and see the success people are having for themselves. Get started now at avo.bet. Use promo code SGPN for $18 off. That's avo.bet, promo code SGPN for $18 off. We're also brought to you by Kalshi. Kalshi is a real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. In all 50 states, you can trade tons of markets and sports, including NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. Plus, you can even trade props like first touchdowns. And it's more than that. You can trade other markets, including politics, entertainment, hell, even the weather. At Kalshi, you can trade anything. So just go over to Kalshi. New customers get $20 when they use promo code SGPN. That's Kalshi, Kalshi, promo code SGPN. All right. Shall we jump into this game?
Yeah, let's do it. So this game was back on January 19th, 2014, which it really had a rather slow start. The Seahawks got the ball first and immediately fumbled as Russell Wilson was sacked. Their defense stepped up, though. The 49ers, they only gained 8 yards and kicked a field goal to take the 3-0 lead. And that was really it for the first quarter as the Seahawks punted, the 49ers punted, then the Seahawks punted. Really exciting stuff if you like to watch defense and punts.
Punts is all I can think of. It's all when we talk about punting, yes. I just think of you punt, then we punt. Punts.
Anyway, the 49ers offense got it together starting the second quarter, and that was really due to the legs of Colin Kaepernick. He scrambled for 12 yards, and then the next play he ran for 58 yards.
I'd cheap him 10 yards too. It's fine.
Frank Gore ran the ball up the middle for 7 yards, and then the drive was finished off by Boobie Dixon with a 1-yard rush for a touchdown. You are so immature, Justin.
What a name, Boobie Dixon.
I know.
Absolutely. Wesley checking in saying good evening and let's go Buffalo. Josh Allen will need his cape. Bills are my second favorite team. We are recapping the 2013 NFC Championship game, but then I will give my picks out for this weekend. The Seahawks did pull themselves together as well. It wasn't just the 49ers who were getting it together. Several plays into their next drive, Russell Wilson hit Doug Baldwin for a 51-yard pass all the way down to the 11-yard line. Now, he did get banged up on this play. There was a lot of people going, oh no, that's one of our best players. And you could tell it kind of rattled the team. The next play, Wilson was sacked. Marshawn Lynch was held ineffective. So Seahawks did have to settle for a field goal, cutting the Niners lead down to 10-3. Good news, Doug Baldwin did come back. The 49ers ran 5 plays the rest of the half for a total of -1 yards. That's impressive. 5 plays, -1 yards. Meanwhile, the Seahawks, they ran 9 plays, but only moved the ball down the field 40 yards. So that's a little over 4 yards per play. That's not great either. And they ended up turning it over on downs. So that was the first half. Slow.
Yes.
Slow.
As the second half began, we saw the Seahawks defense continue to hold the 49ers. On the opening drive, the 49ers ran 6 plays. They only gained 11 yards, though. And now the Seahawks were ready with a perfect game script to start the half.
Yeah.
Or I guess, more accurately, Marshawn Lynch ran like he was pissed off. He ran for 11 yards, 5 yards. Wilson hit Doug Baldwin for 4 yards, and then Lynch ran for a 40-yard touchdown, which tied the game 10-10.
Knowing Marshawn Lynch, he probably was pissed off.
Probably. But the 49ers, they weren't ready to quit yet. They turned it right around and gave a great drive as well. Kaepernick threw to Michael Crabtree for 22 yards, and then Kaepernick ran for 22 yards. They finished off the drive with a 26-yard touchdown pass to Anquan Boldin.
Former Baltimore Raven. Suddenly that game was filled with high energy, back-to-back touchdowns. And when the 49ers kicked off, though, Doug Baldwin, the Seattle Seahawk, returned the ball 69 yards to get momentum back on their side. Now, fortunately for the 49ers, their defense did hold. Again, known for their stingy defense, right? And so the Seahawks were forced to kick a field goal. So the 49ers held on to that 17-13 lead heading into the fourth quarter. The crowd was just crazy loud. I watched some clips, and it was insane how loud they were. The Road Dog 49ers were looking to hold on to their lead over a really good home team with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line, which if you didn't remember, the 49ers had been to the Super Bowl the year before that and lost. So they wanted to get back and get a little bit of justice here, a little bit of revenge, and win one. We're going to talk about how the game ended in just a second here. But before we do, why don't you tell everybody about Underdog?
We are brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000 times. Underdog is bringing the playoff magic all throughout the playoffs. Every playoff weekend, open the Underdog app to see what promos are waiting for you. And Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code OFFSGPN.
Do you believe in magic? Because Underdog does. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has crushed NFL this season, especially on props. And last season, they were even better in the playoffs. That includes 22-12 on reception props, 6-1 on pass touchdown props. Come on. It's super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house model, or make your own and play with the sliders. But I mean, it's easy to use the house one too. If you don't want to dive in during the playoffs, you want a short thing, use their model. And if you're looking to go premium, just use our promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, use promo code SGPN25. All right.
Ready for this fourth quarter?
And the story that, well, we'll get to it. Yeah, go for it.
You just hold on there.
Hold my horses.
So that fourth quarter of that game, it was very intense. The Seahawks started with the ball and leaned on that run game so that they could open up the pass game.
Yeah.
Lynch ran for 5 yards and 6 yards before Russell Wilson threw to Doug Baldwin for a 13-yard pass. A couple of plays later, Wilson threw to Javon Kearse for a 35-yard touchdown that made Seattle take the lead 20-17.
Yeah. And then I
And-
remember Kaepernick turning into Kaepernick, I believe.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's coming. Just give me a
Oh,
moment.
sorry.
Calm down. It really didn't get, like you said, it didn't get much better for the 49ers. Their next drive ended up with Kaepernick fumbling the ball when he was sacked. Luckily, their defense did hold as the Seahawks ran 4 plays and gained -4 yards.
Also impressive.
There's a lot of negativity
Yeah.
for yards here.
Great defenses, though.
Yes. And then the 49ers, they got the ball back, but on their next drive, on the second play, Kaepernick threw an interception. This is his second turnover in 2 consecutive drives. So then the Seahawks took they took 7 plays to move the ball just 10 yards down the field, settled for a field goal.
Also bad.
I know.
Wow.
So now they held they have the lead now with 23-17 over the 49ers. And at this point in the game, there was just 3.5 minutes left.
Yeah. And so all eyes fell on Kaepernick and the 49ers.
Mhm.
He hit Anquan Bolden for 8 yards on 2nd and 10, but missed his target on 3rd and 2. But on 4th and 2, he hit Frank Gore for 17 yards. He used his legs and scrambled for 4. Then threw the ball to Baldwin for 4. Little chunk yardage here, not big plays. But he did then hit Crabtree for 16 yards. 49ers took their first time out with just 55 seconds left in the game, which kind of sounds like bad clock management to me. But they were on Seattle's 29-yard line, 29 yards from a score. And then Kaepernick hit Vernon Davis, legendary 49ers tight end, for an 11-yard catch to get down to the 18-yard line, 18 yards from scoring a touchdown that would tie the game, with an extra point, having them win the game and go on to the Super Bowl. Now, I specifically remember watching this game at the casino in Des Moines at Prairie Meadows. I was with Mr. Nick Fortune, good buddy of ours, big 49ers fan, which, I was looking back and I was like, well, it's kind of weird that we went to the casino to watch the game and didn't but we couldn't bet on the NFL at that time.
No.
So we had to get our DJ fix somehow.
Exactly.
So we're at the casino, gambling at the casino while watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
And now 49ers fans, you're going to hate me because their loss is my fault.
It is only your fault. You
I robbed
completely
them of the Super Bowl appearance because Kaepernick was down there onto the 18-yard line. And I turned to Nick Fortune and I said, watch, he's going to throw an interception right here. And so what Kaepernick did was he dropped back, he threw the ball, and it was intercepted. Right after I called it. His 3rd turnover on 3 drives. 1 year after losing the Super Bowl 34-31, they would not be going back. The Seahawks would go on to upset Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos 43-8 to win their very first Super Bowl. It was a huge upset. And the fact that the Broncos only scored 8 points when they had Peyton Manning, it was just a huge prove-it game for the Seahawks.
How pissed was Nick at you for saying that?
He was not happy.
Like, I would not even want to be around.
Said, why would you say that? Well, because it's Kaepernick. I'm sorry.
You have to, as a 49ers fan, you have to have so much hope in that moment. We've got to do this. It's crazy. This another NFC Championship coming down to that 4th quarter. And I feel like that was the intensity there was us on Saturday.
Oh, absolutely. And Nick chiming in saying he was pissed.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I would not want to be there.
It was just, I didn't mean to jinx him into doing it, but it really felt like I jinxed him into doing it. When I said
in control of Kaepernick at that moment, and
that's what it felt like. And I feel because it's his team, and I just watch he's going to throw an interception here, haha, and then he did.
Let's have it be reversed, and you're watching the Bears, and Nick says that in the final minute of the game.
You know what? Nick and I have learned we don't text each other while the other team is playing.
Well, I can only imagine because
because he did
can't even be together.
He did jinx the Bears once. He texted me and said something about, you should be happy. The Bears are winning, and they were up by a lot, and they ended up losing that game. And I told him it was his fault. So maybe that was just payback, Nick. Maybe it was payback.
Yes. Well, with these games coming up, I know you have some bets.
I do have some bets.
I'm going to go in order of the games here. Let's start with that first game. It's at 3:30 Central on Saturday between the Bills and Broncos.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
We saw Wesley in the chat. Wesley, I am locking up your Bills money line to win this game, -102. They were underdogs last week, and I said, look at this team. Experience will win out. Now they play another young team, the Denver Broncos. Josh Allen has been here before. Experience is going to play out. And as good as the Broncos are, as good as Bo Nix is, Josh Allen is the best player on that football field in that game, in my opinion. They will win. And for a prop, it didn't work out last week. Don't care. Running it back. I'm old Jay Cutler over here. Don't care. James Cook over 14.5 for longest rush at -114.
All right. The next game is the rematch of the game we just recapped at 7 p.m. on Saturday, 7 p.m. Central on Saturday. We've got the 49ers at the Seahawks. What bets do you have for us?
I am locking the 49ers +7 -105. That's too many points in a divisional rivalry in the playoffs. I know that the 49ers are banged up, but breaking news today, Sam Darnold is questionable with an oblique injury. He got banged up in practice. He is questionable. Their backup is Drew Lock. I don't care what injuries are on either team. I am locking 49ers +7, but I'm taking them on the money line too. They are going to win. I am turning it around. And yeah.
I was also just pulling up some stats while we were talking. Brock Purdy on the road.
Yeah.
This for his whole career is 18-8. But this season, he's 4-0.
4-0 on the road. Going to go back up to Seattle and win the game. Corey Lindsey saying Sam Darnold on the injury report. Yeah, and I saw that oblique injury. I think it's a little bit to get in the heads of the Niners. I feel like it's like, oh, you were sore. Let's throw you on the injury report and give them a thought that, oh, maybe you won't be playing. I think that's what that is. He's not going to miss the game, in my opinion, but I'm still taking the 49ers. And for a prop, George Kittle out for the season. Probably going to miss the beginning of next season. Really heartbreaking if you're a 49ers fan or just a George Kittle fan. I mean, he was an Iowa Hawkeye, so we like him a lot. Torn Achilles. But his backup, Jake Tonges, he's been pretty solid. Kittle missed time earlier this year. In fact, Kittle was out the week 1 matchup where it was Seattle 49ers.
Yeah.
And Tonjes scored a touchdown. I'm taking him at anytime touchdown at +340.
I like that.
And Nick, by the way, saying, excuse me, Brock Hard
Purdy.
And Corey asking the prediction of the score. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. I'm going to go 20-14. No, 20-13. Anyways.
20-13.
Yes. Niners.
I do think it will be lower scoring.
Yeah.
I
think so too. Seattle's got a good defense.
They're going to hold each other. I think that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's going to be an intense game though. It's going to be.
Go Niners.
Yeah.
Let's get that Niners at Bears NFC Championship game.
All right. Moving on to Sunday. So the first game on Sunday is at 2 p.m. Central.
Yeah.
And that's the Texans at the Patriots. So what do you got for us for bets?
Damn, that Texans defense is good. They are so good. CJ Stroud fumbled the ball, I think 5 times. He didn't lose it 5 times, but he fumbled it 5 times and threw an interception or 2. And the Texans still blew out the Steelers. Their defense is so good. The Patriots are a better team than the Steelers, though.
Yes, they are.
And Mike Vrabel is a very good head coach. He's turned that program around very quickly. My lock for this, though, is under. I think both defenses are going to show up. Mike Vrabel, a defensive guy. The Texans defense so good. So under 40.5 at -115. For a prop, let's continue going on that nasty Texans defense. Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter have been monsters this season. You can get them to combine for 1.75 sacks. That means one of them could just have 2 sacks. That's +125. And if you like a little spicier bet, Will Anderson to record a sack in each half. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. That's 5-1.
I don't think Cody's going to like your bet there.
I still think Patriots win the game, but yeah, I'm sure Cody will not like hearing that Drake May will be sacked more than once.
Yeah. Speaking of the Texans in that Steelers game, do you think is that interception at the end?
Yes.
Is that Rodgers' last play in football?
It's definitely his last play for the Steelers. I mean, he was there for Mike Tomlin. We didn't even talk about that. In between last show and this show, Mike Tomlin has stepped down as coach, which he was not fired. So if he decides he wants to coach again, they have the rights to him. So somebody will have to trade to get Mike Tomlin, which is interesting. There was a story released today on, I believe, the New York Times. I could not access it because I refused to pay for the New York Times or any type of print like that. But that when Mike Tomlin told the team, TJ Watt kept saying, no, 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 no. Rodgers was in tears, sobbing. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what the story allegedly said. But Rodgers will not play for the Steelers again, is my guess, because he was there for Tomlin. I don't think he plays again at all.
So he ends his career with an interception.
With a pick six. Yeah, it was a pick six too.
Yeah.
So, because then they put in Mason Rudolph. So yeah, I think that will be Rodgers' last play, and it couldn't happen to a more deserving guy.
He got watching him, like you see quarterbacks getting angry when their receivers aren't where they're supposed to be. It's just Rodgers, though, he just is always so nasty on the field.
Oh, he always seems to throw a fit to make sure people know it's not his fault. Yeah, and it's just like, come on, man.
Yeah.
One of the things, like Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, when they messed up at the end of the Packers game in week 18, they both took accountability for that. They, Caleb Williams said, oh yeah, he didn't say, oh, the coach didn't get me the play in time. He said, we were rushed and we didn't get lined up correctly. And I just have to be better in that situation. You want a quarterback who's going to take accountability, not point the finger at his receivers. Anyways.
I know. All right. We got one more game. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So the last game this weekend is at 5:30 p.m. Central on Sunday night. And that's the Rams at the Bears. Nervous for this game. What do you have for us?
And Wesley said he's first picking against the spread in the group he's in. That's awesome. I'm curious if you're taking the Bears plus 3.5, because I am at -104. I'm also taking Bears money line. It's a homer pick. I can't help it. Matt Stafford has not been good in the cold since he's been with the LA Rams. If you look at this season, he played 2 games under 45 degrees. One of them was in Atlanta. They lost that game. One of them was in Carolina. They lost that game. And Saturday or Sunday,
it's going to be
cold. That lake effect, they said that the real feel will be below 0.
Trying to see it around the time of the game.
Yeah.
We're looking at 16 degrees, but like you said, that real feel is going to come into play.
That lake effect, it's going to be windy. It's going to be cold. Bears hopefully will win this game.
It's going to be cold because going into Monday, their high is only 2 degrees. So it's just going to continue to get colder and colder throughout that game.
Absolutely. That dome team isn't going to be able to stand it. Meanwhile, we got the Iceman, Caleb Williams. Ben Johnson has been making, Kevin Byard said, Ben Johnson was making them practice outdoors with no heaters, and some of the players were complaining about it leading up to the playoffs, and now they're kind of happy about it because they're used to the elements.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too. For a prop, I'm circling Colston Loveland. When they drafted this guy, I said it. I went, really? I mean, at number 10, we're drafting this guy, blah, blah, blah. He has become a fucking star. He is a stud. He had 8 catches and 137 yards last week. That is more than Travis Kelce has ever had in a playoff game. And 8+ catches, 130+ yards broke a record for rookie tight ends in a playoff game. Colston Loveland has arrived. 6+ receptions is +136. You can also, I'm taking this ladder, 7+, 8+, 9+ is at +450, I believe. I tweeted it out earlier. He's been a beast lately, and the Rams middle linebackers, they're not great in pass coverage. So I'm all over Colston Loveland receptions.
I like that.
Yeah.
I can get behind that one.
Absolutely. And Wesley saying he took Buffalo, 49ers, Patriots, and Bears this week. I love it with the Bears. Nick Fortune saying, give me the Rams money line first half and Bears second half money line. That's +250 on FanDuel. That makes sense.
We've been playing
we're
from
the comeback kids.
We are. We've been that fourth quarter is everything to our games.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Nick also loves Loveland over receiving yards this game. I think it's going to be a Loveland game for sure. So that's a recap of the 2013 NFC Championship game where I personally jinxed the 49ers into losing. I am jinxing them into winning this weekend. And then our bets for divisional rounds, or my bets, why don't we talk a little whiskey?
Yeah.
Why don't you remind everybody, first of all, what are we drinking today?
We are drinking Barrel Seagrass.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you've got the bottle here? I've
got the bottle. I will pour us a little bit.
Okay. And this is the Barrel Seagrass Whiskey is by Barrel Craft Spirits. They're an independent blender. So instead of distilling their own whiskey, they source aged whiskeys from established producers often located in Kentucky, Tennessee, and Indiana. And then they create blends and finish them into unique bottlings. The company really focuses on creativity with their blending, the different cask finishes that they do, and they have very transparent labeling, often giving the details of the sources, the ages, and the barrels of the whiskey. The majority of their whiskeys are bottled at cask strength and then released in limited batches, making them popular among enthusiasts and collectors.
Anything that's limited, you gotta
I
get
know.
it, right?
Yes. Right now, their core products are double barrel bourbon, foundation bourbon, vintage, dovetail, and then the seagrass. They also have multiple limited releases right now.
Yeah, including one that I really want to try. It's called Bourbon with Tale of Two Islands.
I did see that.
Yeah, it's a bourbon that's finished in a Tale of Two Islands rum, which is made by them as well. It's a Jamaican rum finished in peated Isla single malt barrels. So that would be kind of like rum finished in almost like a Scotch type single malt. And then the bourbon is finished in that rum that's finished in that. I don't know. It just seems very complex and interesting to me.
Yes. So the Barrel Seagrass, which I see you poured for us, it's very light compared to the bottle. This almost looks like an Irish whiskey.
Well,
has a little bit more color.
And it's not diluted. It's cask strength. So that's just the color.
Which I could tell in the old fashioned.
Yeah.
The old fashioned.
The old fashioned was good.
It reminded me, not quite the flavor, but it reminded me of the old fashioned Jello shots I made for New Year's. The strength of it, like in the cocktail,
Which I forgot to bring up. If you're throwing a Super Bowl party, Miranda is available to make you old fashioned Jello
You're
shots.
just making me available to everybody.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Get your orders in.
They're good.
Old fashioned Jello shots that were very
good.
The cherry and all.
I modified. I made 4 batches of them, and I modified. After the first batch, I made one batch. You really thought that was the best one? It was like you're drinking a very strong old fashioned. You could not take the whole Jello shot at once. It was like, no, Justin, it was very strong.
I could, but it's fine.
Well, I used like real grass-fed beef gelatin. I don't buy the boxes of the Jello.
Yeah.
And so it was a little bit thicker, which kind of threw people that it was shut up. It was firmer than your Jello box Jello shots.
Right.
What's wrong with you?
Nothing. What's the matter with you?
But they were good. I had cut back on the whiskey by just a quarter cup for the rest of the batches.
I could tell.
It was easier. Like I wanted people to. We are fine. Like you sip an old fashioned. This is like taking a shot. You want it to be. I don't know. It was good. They were very good. And I put a Bordeaux cherry in the middle.
Yeah. And we used good whiskey too. We didn't cheap out on that. We used Jefferson's. Yeah. So, anyways, back to Barrel Seagrass, 120 proof, right?
Yeah. So this is, it's a cask strength rye whiskey at 120.38 proof. And this expression is assembled from different rye whiskeys, including 2 ryes from Indiana, 2 ryes from Indiana and Tennessee, and then 1 from Canada. There's a Canadian rye.
Rye.
Yeah. So then these rye whiskeys are individually finished in a trio of distinct barrels before they're joined and blended together. So they're finished in Martinique rum agricole casks, Madeira casks, and apricot brandy casks, which is
all sorts of different flavors.
Yeah, and it's a complex profile.
Yeah. Why don't we get to scoring it?
Okay.
Let's talk about the bottle real quick. I know you're already sniffing, but
I love the colors of the label, but I'm not those are my favorite colors. So
that's like our wedding colors.
Kind of.
It's pretty close.
Pretty close. For
a colorblind guy, it's very close.
Obviously it's nothing special. I'm drawn to those colors for this barrel bottle. I don't know. I'd give it a
shape than your standard glass, but not too different. I don't know. You gave it a what? Sorry.
I was going to give it like a 2.
A 2. Woof. I gave it a 2.7. I know you never like my
You're
weird
fine.
scores, but
it gives us more of a average weird number.
The cocktail, though, I thought it was very good.
I thought it was a good cocktail, but I don't think it would be like a go-to for me. Like it's not a bad old fashioned, but
it stands out and gives it a different taste, though,
because of the proof.
Yeah,
it's the proof. It's a strong whiskey in there.
Yeah.
Obviously, this whiskey has a lot more complexity and character than the Jefferson small batch whiskey we used in those Jello shots. But I was really getting those Jello shot, like, it reminded me of my New Year's Eve Jello shots.
Because of the strength, or
I don't know, just something with this.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like this. I'm not picking out the apricot or the Madeira or the rum, anything like that in this.
In the cocktail.
So I don't think I would buy this bottle for an old fashioned.
And for its price point, you probably wouldn't.
No.
I mean, we got it on sale. As Midwesterners often like to tell you, we buy stuff on sale. We like to save money.
Yes.
But it's got a fairly high price point when it's not on sale. And I don't think you would go out and buy that bottle for your cocktails.
No.
Unless you got a lot more money than me. And if so, that's cool.
But I would not do this not for this old fashioned. I don't think that this.
See, I did still really like it in the old fashioned.
I would give it a 3.
Okay, I give it a 3.8.
Because it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I need to try it again.
All right, you try it again. I'm going to start sniffing it, and I got to ask you, do you smell seagrass?
What?
Well, they got
it
the name
smells,
from somewhere.
Oh, it smells sweet.
Yeah, it does. It's light. I think you're getting some of that. Well, if you think about it, rum is sweet. Madeira is sweet.
Apricot brandy.
Sweet. So it should have sweet smells to it. It smells very good, though. I like the smell.
You're kind of, sorry.
If you snort it, you're going to cough.
You're getting some sort of like liqueur off of it, you know?
Yeah, for me, I get a lot of apricot. I get a lot of the fruity. Maybe it's not even apricot. Maybe it's just fruity smell.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I think it is apricot, though.
Well, you would get that with, you can get fruit off of rum. You can get the Madeira
wine.
All of these.
For sure.
So yeah, there's like a fruit blend hitting you in the face.
I'm giving it another 3.8 on the nose. I really like the smell of it. She's thinking.
I would give it a 4 on the nose.
A 4 on the nose.
Smelling this makes me want to try it.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. Well, I'll let you try it while I talk.
I'm afraid I'm going to cough again because I inhaled fumes.
I mean, it is strong. That's for sure. But it doesn't taste, some of those high proof smell almost like rubbing alcohol or something. This does not.
No.
All right. You did a taste. You talk while I do a taste.
I think you are. I do get apricot. I think I taste apricot.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Kind of in the middle there.
It's very warming.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's all just the proof. I think it's a lot of the rice spice coming through.
Baked apricot is kind of like a baked apricot.
Oh, that's good.
Probably from the rice spice.
Yeah. What do you think? Obviously, we're talking a little bit about what we're getting on the taste, but do you like the taste? Because I think it's very good.
Yeah, it's definitely a slow sipper.
Yeah, no, you're not going to be shooting it. That's for sure.
It's packs some heat.
Mm-hmm.
Very warming. I feel like this would be.
It doesn't burn, but it's very warming. It almost like even as soon as I put it in my mouth, it feels warm.
Feels like a good fall whiskey.
Yeah.
Or winter whiskey.
Winter whiskey for
sure. Want to warm up, but like this with the spice and the apricot, and then it's very interesting.
Cold October night, you haven't had a cigar in months, and you want one to just enjoy. This is a whiskey that would be really interesting to pair with it, in my opinion.
In your opinion?
Yeah.
No, but I like it. So what did you give it on the taste?
I didn't say yet, but I'm giving it a 4.2. I like it.
I was going to give it a 3.8.
All right. You went to my 3.8s.
I did. I'm stealing.
I went to the 4.2. Miranda.
Yeah.
Last week, you purposefully
God, no!
something.
And you remembered. don't want to
remembered.
do this.
Real quick, just let everybody know what we drank while I grab this.
Or do I get to know and before I take this?
Well, you didn't say what we drank. Barrel Seagrasses. I said let everybody know.
Oh,
You
I
weren't
didn't.
even listening.
I
to me.
wasn't even listening to you. You asked me that?
Yeah, I said, well, I grabbed this. I noticed I kept it covered.
Yeah, I noticed. You put one of the Glencairn hats
I
on
know.
it.
It kind of fits this. Now
That's a lot.
It's a shot.
That's like a 2. Okay.
It's just a shot. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about, Miranda and I faced off in our Listener League playoffs, and we said the loser would have to take a shot of the other's choosing. And you lost badly. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I destroyed you. And this
Okay,
is,
thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. And this is your punishment. You get to shoot this, and then I'll tell you what it is. If you can't guess it, don't sniff it, just shoot it.
I have to sniff it. I can't just shoot it without
You're
sniffing
gonna get
it.
in your head if you sniff it, but that's okay.
Really?
You want to show everybody on the camera if you're watching on YouTube? It's
Oops, this
got a
way.
nice dark color to it.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like a good whiskey.
How do you know that? Just
Because
looking at it.
the color is a little too yellowy, like, but not like a light yellow, like an Irish whiskey or anything. It's like a
Didn't drink any water today. Piss yellow.
yeah.
It's not piss. I promise.
It doesn't have. It's not. It doesn't look like a good bourbon or a good rye. I'm so nervous.
I don't even think
you knew right away when we made this bet. You're like, oh, I so know. Like
I did. I
This
knew.
is not something good, right?
I mean, it depends on your tastes. I don't think we've actually ever reviewed it on the show.
Is it okay? I'm gonna guess from some of our whiskeys before we do it.
Before you even try. Okay.
It's not the barbecue whiskey. I would think that would be a little darker. It's the barbecue whiskey. My 2 guesses were gonna be it's the barbecue whiskey or it's the Elvis whiskey, like the
It is
banana.
Curveball, the barbecue whiskey.
Oh, I guessed it right.
You did.
Well, this is not a. I knew you weren't giving me
I don't
anything.
know if you
like...
guessed it right. You said it's not the barbecue whiskey. That's guessing it wrong because it absolutely
But
was.
then I was like, it is the barbecue whiskey.
Yeah.
It's like my instinct was making me throw that one out there. There are so many, like, I don't want to say a lot of bad whiskeys, but there are some like things you like. I thought at first you were gonna give me the Trader Joe's Old Fashioned because that was not pleasant.
No.
I thought you were gonna do like Burning Chair, which is an extremely high proof.
High proof one.
Yes.
I thought about like Jim Beam Red Stag, but
Or
it's
that,
so
or Jack
syrupy.
Daniels. I don't want to do a shot of Jack
I've seen you do plenty of shots of
with
Jack
pickle
Daniels.
juice, and I can't
could've-
do it
I could
anymore.
have lined you up with some pickle juice. No, it is the barbecue whiskey. Why don't you go ahead? I mean, you lost the bet fair and square,
I did.
so you have to
I
take
haven't
a
even
shot of
tried
it.
this. I've only ever smelled it.
You never tried it?
I've never tried it.
Well, you're about to. You're about to try a big mouthful of
a big
it.
one, yeah. Okay.
You got it.
Oh my god.
If you
And this is by Curveball.
Yeah, Curveball whiskey. It's Curveball
Barbecue whiskey.
Yes.
This is meant for cooking, in my opinion.
That's the only thing I think. Now, I did recently see a drink. I don't remember where we were, but it said something about it had like whiskey that was aged in barbecue sauce barrel or something like that. There's a potential, if you think of like a bacon fat washed whiskey mixed with Curveball, you could make something really unique that probably tastes really good.
Yeah.
That's like a barbecued meat whiskey drink or something crazy like that. You know,
And the chat is yelling shot, shot, shot. Okay.
Shot everybody.
Let's do this.
All right. Cheers to you.
Cheers
For
to
losing.
me for losing.
I'll take my Barrel Seagrass that I got a little left of. Woo!
And it is gone.
What'd you think of it? Since you said you don't think you've ever tasted it, your face says you didn't care.
It's
for
like sweet in the wrong way,
it tastes like
but
barbecue. It's weird how much like barbecue.
but it's
it
also
tastes like.
strong.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can smell it on your breath. Yeah, no, it would be interesting to cook with it. I always do when I do our pulled pork. When I do the injection, I always put a little bit of whiskey
You
in it
should be
because whiskey
putting
helps break
this
down
in
the
it.
meat. Yeah, this would be good in that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we don't necessarily. I guess we use a barbecue rub, but we don't put barbecue.
We don't.
all
We
the
don't do
times on our-
sauce
Yeah,
on ribs. I like
well,
the dry
I cook
rubs.
it so well. You don't need.
I know. Falls right off the bone.
Toot
It's
my own horn. Toot,
perfection.
toot. But yeah, anyways, the NFC Championship from 2013, we recapped, gave out some bets. It's 49ers Seahawks again this week. I'm going for the 49ers. I'm going for the Bears. I'm going for the Bills, and I'm taking Cody's Patriots. Anything else you wanted to add?
I'm with you, except for the I don't want to get in trouble. The 49ers Seahawks game, I just don't know if I want the Bears to play the 49ers again.
If the Seahawks win and the Bears win, we have to travel to Seattle.
Oh, no matter what, even if
Yes.
we okay. Well,
Yeah, because they're the number 1 seed, so
Yeah.
they'll have home field advantage.
that's true. Never
so-
mind. Fine. So I'm with you because I want the Bills to win. I want the Patriots to win. Obviously, I want the Bears to win.
Yeah.
I'll get behind that. I do want us to have the home field advantage.
I'm looking
I just
for-
need us to learn from our mistakes. We played well. We played well in
Yeah,
that last
we
matchup
did.
against the 49ers. We just couldn't keep the pace.
Right.
We
Yeah.
lost it a little bit.
I don't know about you. I'm looking for a Josh Allen versus Caleb Williams Super Bowl. I think that would be sick.
Mhm.
Give me Bills versus Bears, and of course the Bears winning. But if that happens, if that ends up being the Super Bowl matchup, we have to have Adam Pelletier,
Oh my God.
Don of Bills Mafia.
we've gotta bring him
the
on.
show, to shit talk and,
Yes.
and have him tell us why he thinks the Bills will win. We should do that anyways if the Bills make the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Anything else you'd like to add?
That shot was horrible.
That shot was horrible.
It's going to be in my mouth for a long time.
That's what he said, or she said, I guess. I'm not sure. She said it.
That's going to be in my mouth. Why did you say that's what he said?
I was thinking.
I mean,
in
he
your
could
mouth.
say that. He could say that.
Yeah, I mean,
But
it's
it's more of
2026.
a that's what she said.
That's what she said. I was thinking that's going to be in your mouth. Anyways, we'll get out of here as we continue to derail and this conversation goes south. My old fashioned is gone, going once, going twice.
Sold.
Old-fashioned football.
Yeah. Whiskey in the left hand, microphone in the right. You ready for some football tonight? Pull it up, light it up, crank that sound. Old-fashioned football, we holding it down. J. Morgan Miranda, that power play combo, talking NFL fire, whiskey in the bottle. Bring the ice, cause they dropping heat. Barrel strength bet, knock you off your seat.
Yo, game time, baby. Grab your glass and your phone. Keeping up with stats, single barrel picks, taking over the zone. Props and parlays, blowing up like code. They decode the league like a whiskey mode. Old-fashioned football, that's the crew, that's the fam. J. Mark and me and Mark, you know who I am. 200 episodes deep, grind so fine. Old-fashioned flavor, age like fine wine.
Covers and NFL drama. What? Turn it up, yeah. Hard news, BT, bring the fire. Come on, old-fashioned football.
Never tired.
Drums and NFL drama. What? Turn it up, yeah. Hard news, BT, bring the fire. Come on, old-fashioned football.
Never tired.
Casual, cool, no suit, no script. Me and Mark twisting that whiskey drip. Chats lit up, community tight. Followers riding through the Monday night.
Week previews, recaps, bet in motion, pure devotion, no dilution potion. NFL talk bold, unruly. They rock the mic, raw, keep it truly.
Pour another drop. Yeah, let it burn. Lines twist up. Whoa. Watch them turn. Drop that beat. Make it shake. No fake. All steak. Old fashioned take. What? Say it again. Old fashioned.
Louder.
Say it again. Old fashioned.
Family,
Football.
whiskey, respect, whiskey, respect.
Old fashioned football. Say it again. Old fashioned.
Louder.
Say it again. Old fashioned.
Family,
Oh, whiskey.
respect,
Whiskey.
respect.
Old fashioned football. We ride or die. Yeah. J. Mark Miranda. Represent forever.
Whiskey in hand, feel alive. Pape, pappin', peppers collide. Old-fashioned football, we ride or die.
Old fashioned football. We ride or die. Yeah. J. Mark Miranda. football family respect. Now keep that old fashioned rolling.